Yeah, good day, friends. Good to be with you. I am Ikpa Peter. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and it's so nice to be with you again. We've been on this series on smart work. You got to begin to work smart. You know why? Foolish labor is very wearisome because foolish people don't know how to get things done fast and smart. Imagine if you pass your London GCE at 70. It's not a good goal at that age. Should have done that in a relatively shorter time, except, of course, you started life very late. We looked at spiritual work in the context of smart work in our last video. Today, I want to look at smart work as we focus on mental work. Today, I want to talk about mental work. Many people work with their hands, but they don't work with their minds. I'll give you an example. I've called the mechanic before who came to see a faulty car without his toolbox. Obviously, he wasn't thinking in his mind. You see, Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23 in the Good News translation says, "Be careful how you think, for your life is shaped by your thoughts." Your thinking is what shapes your life, not God. God has ordained the brain and given us thinking faculty to shape our lives. Only those who think will shape their life and shape their world. One of the ways we work mentally is by smart working in our mind, by becoming deep thinkers. As a businessman, why don't you begin to set about 30 minutes to 1 hour every day to think about ways of improving your business, improving your sales, improving what you do. The problem with us, we keep doing things without thinking, and we do things religiously without results. So we keep going up and down. We have a lot of activity, but no productivity. When you begin to think and think deep, you begin to have better and greater results. Another instructive wisdom is the book of Proverbs says, "As a man thinks in his heart, so is he." Your thoughts is who you really are. If you think you are poor, you are right. You are poor. If you think you are rich, you are rich. You are right. Your thinking shapes your life. You are what you think. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. I've seen rich people with inferiority complex, and I've seen poor people with superiority complex. You see that they don't have anything, but they are bold, they are confident, they are friendly, they are interactive. It's such a good sight to behold. And then you see another fellow, he's rich. He came to the event with police escort and he's challenging everyone. Do you know who I am? Do you know he wants to prove himself? Because he has inferiority complex. So we need to learn how to begin to think and think very deep. What is thinking? Thinking simply means to process the information available to you. Now, with our eyes we see, we read, with our ears we hear, with our nose we smell, with our mouth we taste, and all of this comes into our brain, and we need to have a capacity to process them so that we can apply them. Religious people call it meditation. It's still thinking. You got to become a thinker. If you can think, a wise man says, what you have is always enough. Become a thinker as a student. Become a thinker as a doctor. Become a thinker as a preacher. Don't just keep redundantly repeating the same thing over and over and over and over. Again, it's not good. No, you are not working smart. Now, if I have an objective, something I want to do, I sit down, I take a note, write them down, process them, arrange them orderly, arrange them sequentially, put the difficult tasks first, the leisure one last, so that even if I'm tired, I can still tidy up. You got to learn how to think through your work, think through your day, plan your day. You see, planning is actually thinking on paper. The second way, as I try to wrap this up, you work mentally smart is by imagination. In Genesis 11, verse 1 to 6, thereabout, these men in the land of Babylon or Shinar came together to build a tower that will reach the heaven. And God came to scatter them because God said something instructive. He said, nothing shall be able to stop or refrain these people from what they have imagined to do. Now, do you know the house you are living now was an imagination in the mind of your architecture, your engineer? The bridge you are driving through right now was an imagination in the mind of the civil engineer. The phone in your hand right now, you are using to video me, was an imagination in the mind of the man. Everything you see today came out of the bowels of imagination. Life is usually first a dream, a vision, then with work, with effort, with research, it becomes translated to an innovation or to a product or to a service. Without imagination, you are like a bird without wings. Your imagination is what you use to fly in life. While you may need to pay to sleep in a good hotel room, to fly first class, you don't need to pay to enjoy anything in your imagination. You can fly your private jet in your imagination. You can build a new house in your imagination. You don't need to pay. You don't need anybody's permission. And this is very powerful. Even Jesus told us how powerful this thing is. In Matthew chapter 5, he says, if you look at a woman lustfully in your heart, you have already committed adultery against her. Can I say this? It means if I drive a car in my imagination, I've already bought that car. If I can see myself in my duplex swimming pool with lawn tennis and golf course mansion, I have already built it. The truth is that the day your mind catches the picture of your dream is the day you achieved it. The process of time, days, months, weeks, years that follows is simply an unfolding of what you have achieved in your imagination. Now, your imagination is also very important because God gave you your imagination as a TV screen so that you can pre-play your future, your present, and even your past if you want. And I've noticed people who fear and worry a lot use their imagination very well. You use your imagination. And do you know your imagination is what you need to be creative? Your imagination is what you need to be creative, innovative in life. So why don't you? In fact, Albert Einstein said something that is very humbling. He said, imagination is superior to knowledge. Wow. That tells us what makes him very great. Many people read, they gather information, but they don't imagine. They don't dream. They don't desire. And that's why they don't acquire. I want to say this. You have no limitations. Your limitations in life is a function of the blockade in your thinking and in your imagination. Everything you see in this life was first at the level of imagination and thinking. Do you know why people work so hard and fail? They work with their body, but they don't work with their mind. When you work with your mind, you become empowered to succeed and to excel. I want to say this as I close. Put your thinking and your imagination to work, and you will become a celebrated genius. Albert Einstein says this, and I quote. He says, you cannot solve a problem at a level of the thinking that created that problem. So I leave you with that beautiful quote from Albert Einstein, who is one of my scientific mentors. Thank you so much. God bless you. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you press the notification button so that every time I post a video, you will be informed and be able to access the video. Make sure you like this video or leave a comment. Let's know how you feel or what you think about this video, how it has helped you. And last but not the least, don't forget to share and share and share. God bless you.